Today, we're talking about your mitochondria so you can learn how to get your body healthy, right? Don't you know the healthier you are, the wealthier you can be?
Stood out, and the thing that struck me about Roger was his intellect, the way his mind works. He can simply take everything in and analyze it in real time and then move forward. It is amazing to see. I call it the ability to find the corners in a circle. Roger can do it. And that intellect, that gift from God, served him well in his career at
Make sure you get your notepads
Roger used to hold
and your
regular
pens
meetings
so
with
you can
people
take
you can
notes.
read about in the history books. And if
It's
that
definitely
wasn't great
information
enough
that you
for a
want to
career,
keep.
imagine being recruited away from
Knowledge is
NASA
power.
by the Pentagon. Roger answered their request, went to work at the Pentagon, and spent years there. And during both of those careers, he was doing his own personal deep dive into health and nutrition. And that was for family reasons and personal reasons. But as you might expect with his intellect, he did not take the chemical route, the pharmaceutical route. Roger looked at things in nature, the synergy when things are combined, and the greater thing that comes out of that combination. Roger took his knowledge, his experience, and his success and brought all of that over here to MoreMito and planted his flag. He runs our company. He's our CEO, and we're blessed that that's the case. We're also blessed that he met and partnered with a brilliant research scientist, a gentleman named Dr. Bevan Elliott. Dr. Bevan, we call him the pride of Clemson. He has not just created incredible products, he's created a unique, one-of-a-kind delivery system. It doesn't matter what's in something if your body can't use it. Dr. Bevan created SDS. Simply put, it allows our ingredients not just to get through your cell walls, but deeper through the walls of your mitochondria. And that is critical. You're going to hear about that from Roger. That's what sets us apart, makes our products unique and able to do what they do. You don't run out of our products, the UltraMito line of products, and run to Walmart and get anything like them. There's nothing like this line of products. You only get them from this company, and people only get them from you. That's why we're on this call together. And to hear more about all of this, I'm going to turn the call over now to our CEO, Roger Hill. Roger, are you there?
Great to be with you, Dale.
Hey, great to hear your voice. You're coming through loud and clear.
And once again, it's so great to be with so many of you joining us from around the United States, actually around the world. You know, every week we look forward to doing our health and wellness calls. It gives us a chance to address various pertinent health topics. In recent weeks, we've talked about various things that had to do with your systems, like how you manage your blood pressure or your blood sugar. We talked about how to reboot your brain recently. But this week, we're talking about your immune system and all the things that affect it. But before we get into all of that, let me introduce you to us, especially if you're new. By now you might know that we're a nutraceutical company and that we're noted for making some profoundly effective products for people and their pets. There's a very good reason for that. It has to do with the science that our scientist, Dr. Bevan Elliott, who's been my partner for 10 years, has created. He's actually, I think, pioneering a new way to make all of us healthier. Let me explain to you how he wants to do it. He wants to increase the amount of energy that your cells can produce. Why does he want to do that? Because everything takes energy. Let me tell you about yours. You used to have a lot more of it than you have today, chances are. Remember back when you were a kid, you had all the energy, you barely knew what to do with it? That's because you had a lot of what's called mitochondria. That would be the component in your cells that produces that energy that your body runs on. You start out with a lot of it, and you lose it as you go through life for a lot of reasons. Things you encountered in the environment, like Roundup, you go put that on your lawn, it's a serial killer of mitochondria. Diseases you might have encountered. How about the medications? Many of them kill mitochondria as well. Anyway, by the time you're about 60, you'll probably have lost half of your mitochondria that you had when you were younger. By the time you're 80 or 90, you'll be all the way down to 5 or 10%. Now, that coincides with your body not working as well. You have noticed that as people get older, maybe you don't see as well, right? Maybe your strength and stamina wane. No, maybe your body, you're not as strong as you were when you were younger. And your brain, are you starting to not remember things as well as you did when you were younger? Are you waking up possibly with some brain fog in the morning, okay? A lot of that's related, once again, to loss of mitochondria. And certainly, the way our body manages itself, your blood pressure, your blood sugar, how about that weight? All of those things can become more challenging as we get older. And certainly we don't want to have a bad accident or have a bad, disease or something at that point, because as we're going to talk about today, your immune system isn't as strong as you get older. So what Dr. Elliott wants to do is reverse and affect all those things by regrowing mitochondria. He created this special technology to make that happen. It's called XDS, stands for Exponential Delivery System. What does that do? It reorganizes all those ingredients you see on our product labels so they don't just get in your bloodstream or even into your cells. He needs to get them all the way into your mitochondria, because that's where all this magic that we talk about on our calls and you hear from other people actually happens. That product line is called UltraMito, and that's what Dale's going to tell you about. Dale.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, the first product I want to mention is called Rejuvenate. It's our topical cream, and it's for your skin. From head to toe, you put it in your hair, and you massage it into your scalp, and it helps with anything that disturbs your skin. That could be a scratch, a scrape, a cut, a bump, a mole, any blemish, anything. Listen, we've got testimonials in the back office that talk about the impact it's had on severe varicose veins and cellulite and stretch marks, even the lines on your face. And it helps with all of that and more because it doesn't just sit on your skin. It soaks through your skin. It soaks down to the bone. It helps with your ligaments and your tendons, with your muscles and your joints. And that means your back joints, your knee joints, and your hands. Look, if you or anybody you know has an issue in your hands and feet, it could start as severe tingling and become even worse. You're going to find that Rejuvenate becomes your go-to product for everything I just mentioned and more. Tap into the library in your back office. Listen to the Restore testimonials. Next, I want to talk the Rejuvenate testimonials and the Restore testimonials, and I'm about to tell you about Restore right now. Restore 3.0. It's our third generation product. And Dr. Bevan has truly created something incredible using a base of two ancient superfoods, olive oil and olive leaf, and black seed oil. They've both been used for thousands of years because of the benefits they provide to the human condition. But Dr. Bevan has taken several elements and uses them in a special way. With olive oil, we mentioned olive oil in the Bible. Dr. Bevan takes several elements and uses them to tune up and detoxify your cells while increasing your mitochondria. Now that's the unique thing. That's the thing that sets our products apart. That's our name. MoreMito, short for mitochondria. Dr. Bevan has discovered that when you can increase the mitochondria back to the age when you were young, because you've been losing it all of your life, increase it back to the age when you were young, your body starts to work the way it's supposed to, the way it was meant to. It works the way it did before life and the environment started tearing your body down. And he found that with flaxseed, he's able to increase your energy, but it's cellular energy. It's steady. It's strong. There's no jitters or it's not like a hit of energy from caffeine or sugar where you get a big high followed by a deep valley. Cellular energy is steady. Imagine being able to start and finish a task without a need to rest. Imagine the disappearance of brain fog. Well, how about something strenuous that has, like a long bike ride, that has a very short recovery time? When you have energy again, that means you get to live life to its fullest on your terms and not sit on the couch and watch it all pass you by. And I've only mentioned 2 of the 44 ingredients Dr. Bevan has blended in the proper proportions to create Restore. It takes 8 weeks to make Restore, and he will tell you that the blending and the proportions are critical. If you take a handful of vitamins, you're lucky if a third aren't a complete waste, overpowered, canceled out by the other things in that handful of vitamins. They need to work together instead of fighting each other. He's done it, and it's called Restore 3.0. Next, I want to talk about our newest product. It's called Renew, Brain and Body. Dr. Bevan, some of the things he needs us to have to increase our mitochondria can't be delivered in a liquid base. They have to be delivered dry. So he's created these small capsules with these additional ingredients to help your mitochondria increase. And Renew sits on the shoulders, stands on the shoulders of rejuvenate and restore, and it's a powerful triad to increase your mitochondria. And listen, some of the most important and loved members of our family are the pets that we have. We don't leave them out. If you've got listen, pets suffer just like we do, and it's hard to watch. If your dog is laying around, it seems to be lethargic, doesn't move much, can't move well, can hardly climb the stairs, it has become arthritic. If you've got a cat that just lays around, it's hacking up fur balls, and look, animals suffer because they're so close to the things we put in their environment. We put things on the rugs, chemicals to clean them. We put things on the lawn to make it grow, and they're allergic to the things out in the open that we're allergic to. They suffer, and nothing hurts more than watching your pet in crisis. You can bring that dog back to puppy stage, running around, jumping and playing, your cat back to kitten stage by increasing their mitochondria. You do that with Petlife. It helps them the same way the other products help us. There is nothing like what these 4 products do: Rejuvenate, Restore 3.0, Renew Brain and Body, and Petlife. To hear more about the incredible things that can happen when it's combined with your DNA, I'm going to turn this call back over to Roger. Roger, take it away.
All right, thank you, Dale. Let's go. How regrowing mitochondria supercharges immune systems to fight any disease, virus, parasites, etc., emotional issues, and more. That's what Dr. Dan and I have been talking about this week. And we want to make it absolutely clear that that's the case. I mean, our immune systems are the reason that we're alive right now. Your immune system's already fought off things that if it didn't, it would have killed you. Okay? What we've learned is that mitochondria has an astonishing effect on your immune system. And to share part of that astonishment, here comes Dr. Dan. Dr. Dan, go right ahead.
Yes, Roger. The immune system is very complex, and you have an army that has all these specialized different soldiers working in your behalf. And some are there just to mark the target, tell them it's like soldiers to tell where the missile needs to go, to put a target on some, grab the germ when it comes in and carries it out. You have other factors that involve the immune system, like your mucus lining is one of your best defenses. So is the stomach acid in your stomach. That's why lowering stomach acid is such a bad idea, because then things get into the colon and stuff. And as Roger will tell you, 70, 80%, maybe a little bit more than that, of your immune factors happen in your gut and interact with the vagus nerve, affecting your brain and the different organs in your body. They know that different good bacteria can affect your heart in a positive way, can affect your brain, can affect the body's ability to deal with cancer. And that's a whole new area that we're learning about. But basically, the immune system activates when it sees a pathogen, but it has to be able to identify something that is harmful to you and is not part of your own body. If it messes that up and starts attacking your own cells, creating rheumatoid arthritis, all these different autoimmune diseases, then we're in trouble. Well, what helps in that regard? If you have a strong mitochondria energy within the immune cells, they function better. Just like you can't take an army and starve them and expect them to be able to fight. You have to give them strength, and then those soldiers can do what they're meant to do, and they can think. In a way, they do think. In fact, I've even heard the example that the immune system is an extension of the brain, the nervous system, and I wouldn't have thought of it that way. Now, your thymus gland, which is right under your collarbone, where the collarbone comes together, it starts off the size of a tangerine. As you get older, it shrinks up to a strand. They say tapping on it helps rejuvenate. That's where your T cells are created. The rest is out of your bone marrow. But all those cells have mitochondria in them, and just like your muscle cells do. And so if the immune system is weak, it may try to do its job. It doesn't have the energy or the ability to do it. There's also a communication factors that we understand that the mitochondria is involved in, that it has to be able to communicate with the environment around it to do its job and recognize things and clean things up. That takes a lot of energy. Your body is fighting that battle all the time, or you would die prematurely. So the beauty of the Restore is the ability to get the cells nutrients that, because of inflammation, toxins of different sorts, or just aging, that the cells are not as receptive. Dr. Elliott's XDS technology is delivering that into the cells, waking them up. Same thing with your white blood cells, your cytokines, and all the microphages and all the different factors of the immune system all waking up. And now they're able to fight things off. That's why when I thought I had the coronavirus, or when I did have it, I had it for 5 days. I doubled, tripled the load of the Restore I was taking. And I got rid of it in 5 days. So I was doing 3 times instead of just once a day before I was exposed to it. I may never got it in the first place. An energetic immune system, just like an energetic brain, or energetic heart, everything functions better. And so that's what we're about. The body knows how to take care of itself, but it can't do it when it's weak and starving on a cellular level. And we're about energizing the cell and bringing it back. I'm going to give it back to you, Roger.
Thank you, Dr. Dan. You can't overstate the importance of your immune system. Like I was saying, most of us, all of us probably will be dead by now, given all the things that we're exposed to over the course of our lifetime, if it were not from our immune system. Now, what we're going to do now, I'm going to share some interviews with you that I think bear this out, how impactful it is if we regrow mitochondria. And we're going to start with the gut, okay? If you heard all those comments Dr. Dan just made, how critical it is, how much of the immune system is actually in your gut. But we've learned that regrowing mitochondria can have an impact on it, and sometimes quite immediate, like it was for Leslie Medman down in Atlanta.
I'm going to tell you what I noticed. When I got the product yesterday, did a lot of research before I purchased it. When I got to number 21 of looking up the information on the label, I was pretty much digging in my credit card to purchase it. The formula consists of so many wonderful things. I'm familiar with maybe half of the stuff that's in the formula. And you start to say, well, you know what? If you were to sit and purchase all these things individually, you're going to spend about $400. So, you're getting a really good deal, and you're getting a high quality formula. So I was really anxious to get that in my house, and it came yesterday. So when I took it, and I felt like a little brain fog, kind of. I really did feel these things. It's not my imagination. You know your body, where you're used to feeling and what you're not. I felt a little brain fog and clear. So I was like, okay, that's nice. That's really cool. I'm wondering, when I took some in the evening, I went on the call. And I started hearing the testimonies and things. I went to sleep. I woke up early this morning, and I took my third 4 milligrams this morning. Well, this is what was really astounding for me. Morning trouble with my gut. I always have had morning trouble with my gut. Either I'm dealing with a lot of crampy sensations, or either I'm just, it's a pain in the butt. You want to wake up and you want to feel good about the morning, because this is your gift, this is your day, you're still here. So, but I'm waking up, I'm feeling, in my past, my gut was always a problem. Even though I'm eating a plant-based diet, I still had a hard time digesting. It'd be crampy, it'd be, irritating. So, this morning, it was so refreshing to actually experience the morning light with no pain whatsoever in my gut. None! It was gone. And I was liberated.
Thank you for sharing that, Leslie.
But you know what I wanted to say? I feel good. I mean, I really feel like the anxiety and the stress, it would take about $400+ to get all that. And I'm just fortunate that Vivian shared this with me.
Yeah.
So, thank you. Thank you for you and your team making such a wonderful product.
All right. Great to be a part of your wellness journey.
She had some instant relief on brain fog,
Okay, so
guts,
if you're
etc.
experiencing
Yes.
discomfort in your gut, you are queasy a little bit, you feel it's rumbling, your gut's compromised, it's not protecting you as best it could. It's critical that it does, especially against parasites. Our objective in the formulation is to create a hostile environment for parasites. Dale, play that ANR-CDO for me from a little toolkit, right? That so happens your body already knows how to use. Okay, it's all natural stuff. And while it's delivering nutritional care packages to your cells, it's delivering bombs to pathogens. So there you go. Thank you, Ann.
I did want to say also that the parasites, it's unbelievable things. I mean, this is disgusting, but I mean, things that are coming out of my body, which I have been working on for years. But this stuff is a daily detox. That it's not don't have no diarrhea.
So tell us, don't worry about grossing us out. Tell us what's coming out, Ann.
Oh, see, I have things coming out of my skin. I have things coming out of my nose. Little white worms that have red heads that have teeth, look like teeth when you look at it under the microscope. I use my phone. There's in my stool, in my urine, flukes that have been in my body for years. Flukes can grow, if they can stay in your body, they can get as old as 65 years old.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. How long are some of these things that's coming out, Ann? How big are they?
Well, most of them are not. Well, I have had a few things that were long, more like a piece of a tapeworm, maybe. But most of them are smaller. They're maybe an eighth of an inch. Some of them look like little grains of white. Usually, I can tell a lot because they'll stick to the side of the commode. I'm sorry, I know that's gross, y'all, but people.
No, but I ask for all this grossness, but you're really helping people understand how powerful this approach is, right? And
that's
what kind of good things can happen.
It's doing my gut. It's helping my gut, and I have hope because that's why I feel sad because I feel like I don't want people to quit before they get the benefit because there is a benefit, but you have to, especially if you're kind of healthy already, you may not see a lot, but that doesn't mean that it's not regrowing more mitochondria to stop you from having any kind of health problems later.
Yes.
And anyway, I just have so many things. I hate to even talk about it, but really, I have so much hope with this. I'm so grateful, and I'm so I can't wait to. One of my other things that I have is I'm very overweight, and so I hold back about stuff because I feel like people can see that, okay, and they think, well, if you're so healthy, why are you so overweight? But I really think a lot of my overweight is because of all these other health things. I had my thyroid removed when I was 11 years old. Just stuff. A lot of stuff. It's not an excuse. But
It's real.
I pray that I feel like we're here to help each other, and I'm so grateful. I'm just very, very grateful. So let me stop there. Thank y'all.
All right. Well, thank you, Ann. Your willingness to share is greatly appreciated.
Absolutely. And helping a lot of people.
Yeah, that was awesome to hear
All
about
right,
parasites
well, let's go.
and her
Put it back.
experience.
Okay, this is a good time for me to point out that we make no attempt to diagnose, treat, or cure diseases.
Right.
What we do is regrow mitochondria. And what you're learning, especially if you're new, is that when that happens, in the case of your immune system, it fights everything harder. Those natural killer cells that you have that goes after everything, pathogens including parasites that you just heard her talk about, can actually do that job much better. They can go at them and attack them way, way, way harder. And it matters a lot. Now, you can get stuck in places in terms of your health where you just can't get over it. And you can take everything else there is to take, and you still can't defeat it. Okay? And what we've learned from a lot of folks like the ones you're about to hear from, in this case, Louis Fontaine, that was introduced to us by Esmeralda, he has COPD. Okay? Another disease we're not trying to treat or cure. All right? But his body knows how to deal with it. Let's appreciate our conversation with Esmeralda and Louis. Go to Esmeralda down in Florida.
Hello, my love. Thank you so much. Truly blessed.
Hey.
I wanted you to get Louis on the line again. He's still on, which I think he should be. He should give us testimony on COPD and the chronic bronchitis. People need to know that and believe that God's creation self-heals.
Yeah, talk to us about your COPD, Louis.
Yeah. When I first got involved with you guys, I started using the product, and over a course of about 3 months, where I had previously been diagnosed with COPD and chronic bronchitis.
Tell us how it was affecting you, because a lot of people aren't familiar with it. Tell us how it made you feel. What was it doing to you?
Yes, COPD and bronchitis were restricting my breathing and wheezing. You know, I was just having a very difficult time with my respiratory function. But then I started using the Restore and the Rejuvenate combination. Esmeralda instructed me to rub them on my lung areas, on my chest, take 8 milliliters of the Restore daily. And lo and behold, my doctor told me after a series of tests that my lungs are clear. My lungs are clear. My lungs right at this moment, guys, my lungs are clear. I don't have any COPD. I don't have any chronic bronchitis. The emphysema seems to be going away. I was using the Q-tips with the Restore and the Rejuvenate mixture. And as you had spoken about before, Roger, how you just put it in one side of your nostril and inhale, and then sniff it in real hard, and then on the other side, the same thing. I was doing that and then rubbing it around in the walls of my nose. And I do this from time to time, just as a matter of maintenance. But yeah, my lungs are cleared up. This has also cleared up a rare condition of glaucoma in my left eye. And so yeah, I truly believe in this product, the formulation that Dr. Elliott put together. This is something outstanding, and I recommend it to anyone that is having any respiratory illness. Continue to use the Restore and the Rejuvenate. Rub that combination on your chest area, around where your lungs are, on your back. Inhale it in your nose and get it down into your nasal passages. And you'll start seeing some results because your mitochondria is now being repaired and restored and rejuvenated. So yeah, that's my testimony, guys.
All right. Thank you for that, Louis. Well said. So, you can think of it this way. Our formulations amount to this nutritional toolkit that your body already knows how to use. It's all natural stuff. And Bevan put some information in there, I'll call it that further lets it know. That information being that XDS technology you hear us talk up or not, what might it mean to you? To the other person, it was killing parasites. There's no substitute for it. Especially if you have a child that has been sick from birth and you can't do anything about it, nor anybody else. And it's causing episode after episode, takes the kid out of school, and now he's 17 years old. That was the case with Angel Cobb's godson. Talked to Charles and Monia Rutland the other day, along with Angel, about this respiratory situation, these allergies that were just a complete impasse until they were introduced to Mito. I'm speaking with Charles Rutland. Charles, please share with me what your health concerns were prior to meeting Mito.
Okay, there have been several, but my initial concern related to my 17-year-old son and his allergies. His name is Thomas. When he was a year old, inexplicably, he had a horrible asthma attack. He had shown no signs of asthma prior to that, and he was in intensive care for over a week. Fortunately, we beat the asthma back, but since that time, from the age of 1 until the age of 17, he has had horrible allergies. Allergies that at times can be debilitating. He can't sleep at night because he's coughing, he's sneezing, he can't breathe. He's missed school because of the allergies. Just horrible allergies for the last 17 years.
You mentioned the asthma. Detail for me, if you would, any different kinds of allergies that he has.
They all relate to his upper respiratory system. We haven't been able to trace them to any particular food. We live in the deep south in Georgia. It seems it relates more to the pollen and the external outdoor environmental factors.
Okay.
The pollen, the dust. He's an athlete. He plays football, basketball, baseball, and soccer. And particularly during football season in the grass, he would suffer with those allergies.
I see.
Springtime was always bad for him. Our family travels a lot. We noticed the allergies flared up when he went from one location to another. When he traveled to a different location, the allergies would flare up.
All right.
That's what allergies
So,
do.
what, if anything, has changed with him since you started him on Mito?
One night, back in April, we went to visit Angel, and he was in the midst, quite honestly, of an allergy attack. The allergies, they irritated primarily his nose, like I said, upper respiratory system, and he makes this noise that we affectionately call snorting, but he's trying to breathe.
Right.
My kids
And
do that.
Angel noticed it, and she went and got the clean.
The
She
gel.
put a few drops of the liquid in the clean,
The
put it on
restore.
a Q-tip, had Thomas put some of the liquid under
You
his
saw me do
tongue,
it a few minutes ago.
and take the Q-tip and rub the inside of his nose
You
and
saw me do that a
inhale.
few minutes ago. I demonstrated it.
And almost instantly, I've been searching for 16 years for a way to help this boy with his allergies. Almost instantly, he cleared up. I mean, right there before we left her house at the table, he cleared up. And I was just, I was amazed. I mean, we tried to do everything. The doctors had wanted to put him on steroids, and we wouldn't allow that. But we tried everything else. And a couple of things have worked for a period of time, and then it seems like he built up a resistance, and we're back to square one. But this one, it cleared him up instantly. I've never seen anything work so fast. I mean, within a matter of minutes. And since that time, he's been clear. Occasionally, when he feels an allergy attack coming on, he'll repeat the process that Angel introduced him to. That is, he'll take the clean, he'll sprinkle some drops of the liquid in it, put it on a Q-tip, and inhale. And he hasn't had any problems. I was
Same thing you saw me
particularly
demonstrate.
worried about him. He went on a
Sniff it up.
school trip to Europe this summer. And I was particularly worried about the change in atmosphere, the change in environment, and how that would impact him. And he had no problems, none whatsoever. He's been back all summer, no issues with his allergies. It's been amazing to him. I almost haven't been able to believe it, but of course I do because I've seen it for myself. But it's been, like I said, 16 to 17 years of his life we suffer with this.
Well, he literally has a new lease on life now.
Oh, yes.
It's hard.
Yes. I mean, the allergies were debilitating. I can't emphasize that enough. He'd be down in bed for days. Headaches, sneezing, coughing, runny nose, runny eyes, watery eyes. Couldn't go to school. And as a parent, it was just, he was miserable.
Yeah, there's nothing like having your child be in that kind of distress, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Right, exactly.
I experienced that with
My
my
wife
son.
and I, and she's back now, Monday said, we would wish he could take it on for us. You know, now just let me have the allergies, let me have it, and let this boy be okay.
Yes.
So, but since he was introduced to MoreMito, we haven't had any allergy issues at all.
Right. Okay, so I want to talk to the new people or folks who have not been on very many of these calls. One of the things that we learned is that when you restore mitochondria, your body will start fixing everything. And we talk about how, you know, you have a lot of mitochondria when you're young. Well, here's a 17-year-old, okay? He has a lot of mitochondria anyway. But for some reason, this formulation takes him to another level. What might it do for you?
What might it
The
do for
other thing
you?
is that, again, your body will fix a variety of things. Like, that's just one interview. We spent about 20 minutes with that family or more. Charles had kidney failure. He had a patch of for 10 years on his skin. Maybe we'll play some of them on Monday. But your body just starts fixing stuff. And it's as simple as you didn't have the energy to fix it before. So the question I suggest you ask is, what might your body start to fix?
That's right.
Now,
You need to get it ASAP so your body can
if
start
there's any
building your
question about
mitochondria
how
and
powerful
fixing
this
itself.
is, and I guess this is kind of a topic we could have almost done in any week, talking about immune systems, because so many things relate to it. When we talk about cancer, for example, and abnormal growth, when we talk about HIV, things like that, just you think that the medical profession has a difficult time dealing with it. Well, we learned that your body properly provisioned with more mitochondria is powerful enough to attack all those things, and in many instances do so quite successfully. That was the case with Millie Murillo. She had HIV, and she was open enough to share that with us. You hear her talk about this story where she was out of medication. She's been on this for over a decade. And the way they measure this is by your CD4 count. That's where your killer cells that virus attacks and kills. If you're on medication, you'll typically be somewhere in the 300s. She's never gotten out of about 398 to 400, you hear her say. You'll talk about going to the doctor and the doctor not believing that she had HIV because her count was 1,000. He had likely never seen anybody with HIV that high. Her body literally turned the table on the virus. Instead of being hunted by the viruses, they were hunting. Her killer cells were hunting the viruses, obviously, right? And getting the upper hand. Let's appreciate my conversation with Millie off of Reggie's call. I'm speaking with Millie Murillo. Millie, we spoke the other day specifically about your HIV. I had a few follow-up questions for you.
Yes.
First of all, what was your dosage while you were taking Mito?
4 times a day, I was taking 3 millimeters.
Okay, so 4 times a day, 3 milliliters for a total of 12. So you were basically triple dosing. And over what period of time did you keep that up?
For a month.
Okay. And it was the end of that month that you went back and actually took the test that you reported on?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how many years was it again that you had been undetectable?
I've been undetectable for 15, 16 years.
Okay. What was the highest? I'm looking at your CD4 1,000. Now, I heard you say it was 300 and something as of the test prior, right? Going back over 15 years. What was the highest you'd ever seen it while you were on medication?
The highest I ever seen it on medication is being, I believe, 398 to 400.
Okay. So it never broke 500. The normal range for it, 500 to 1,500. You never broke into the past 500.
No.
Okay. During the time that you were, that month now, you were on Mito for that initial time, did you notice anything else that might have suggested anything?
Well, I was taking it 4 times a day because I didn't have my medication at that time.
Okay.
And I was kind of afraid, because if you hit under 200, it's no longer the virus, it's AIDS that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I was just taking the syrup 4 times a day, and it helped me with the cysts
4
in my
milliliters,
breast.
4 times a day.
That I had 3 cysts on my breast, on my right breast, and it also helped me with my swelling on my legs and my vision.
Tell me about the swelling in your leg. How long did you have that, and how extensive was it?
My swelling on my leg has been like 18 years. I've been working on my feet all the time, 15 to 18 hours a day. And every time I get home and take my shoes off, oh my God, it was so much pain that I cried. I cried out of the pain. Dexter, who was my husband at the time, used to massage my feet a lot to help me out. And we used to put it in salt water for the swelling to come down. But, it will help for a little bit. But the next day, the same thing goes again. And ever since I've been in the MoreMito, my feet's not swelling up. It's not hurting me like I can walk and walk. I can play and run with my granddaughters. It's been great. My doctor said it was my weight. I was overweight.
Were there any changes to your weight during the course of that month or even later?
I lost 20 pounds.
Wow.
Okay.
Lost 20
What do you
pounds.
attribute that to? Were you doing anything to lose that weight other than being on Mito?
I've been eating more healthier. So I just eat like vegetables and chicken or turkey. I stopped eating pork. But I wasn't losing the weight, and I was kind of complaining to my doctor about it because I did the operation to lose the weight, and I wasn't losing the weight.
Wow.
And all of a sudden with the MoreMito, I noticed that my food, that I wasn't getting hungry that much, but I was getting more activities done. Like I was walking more, I was more energetic.
All right. Would it be accurate to say you felt like being more active?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so this is very common that, again, all the things that her body needed to work on, that you heard her talk about, were feasible in the presence of this energy. It's really that simple. We don't need to diagnose, try to treat or cure any diseases because your body is way good at it, way better than we had any reason to believe. Okay. Dr. Dan, come back and give me one short comment about what you just heard.
That was awesome. And she was brave to share about her HIV. A lot of people
You didn't know I was going to bring him
didn't do
back
that.
down. I mean, you got it.
That's right.
And as you can see, she had other underlying
Okay.
things
Let me
as
know
well.
if you see him come back. Okay. We'll pick him up on Q&A side. Let me wrap up this. Well, let me get Mick in here. Everything we talked about that has to do with people also pertains to pets.
Yes.
Want to talk about that, then we'll wrap up this segment and reflect on it, okay?
Yes.
Mick and out of Ireland. Great business over there, Pet Sitters Ireland. Huge advocates for us in the pet space. Nick McQuillan, are you there?
Roger, can you hear me?
There he is.
Yes.
Amazing. Amazing. Where do you keep getting these amazing stories from? From people who are using the products. Incredible. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I love it. I love it. And to be honest, I don't know how you're going to close it. It's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. But listen, I love being on this call. Incredible. I just wish that I maybe had lived in a different time zone. I could also be on that Monday night call too, because it can only be just as good. And I would encourage you to be on it. My name is Mick McQuillan, as Roger says. You know, my wife Kate and I have an amazing business called Pet Sitters Ireland. And what that business does is really help pet owners feel better about something that makes them feel bad with their pet. And it's the way that I was feeling with my dog, Coco. She could barely get up the stairs. She's probably heard my story before. I just watch her dragging herself up the stairs. It would make me feel better. How much she felt. And we were looking for something. We didn't know what, you know. And we came across, you know, Roger, MoreMito, the Dr. Bevan and Gel. Yeah, we reached out. We got some of the product. And to be honest, it turns Coco's life around, which made me feel better. And that's what it's about, you know. So, you know, in my company, you know, we don't sell, you know, pet care services. What we do is sell feelings. We help people feel better about something that makes them feel better. And it's why we love this product so much, because it does exactly that. You know, it helps pet owners feel better about something that makes them feel bad with their pet. But it also makes the pet feel great too. So listen, if you're a pet owner, you know, or you know someone who's got pets, and Roger will tell you himself, about 70% of homes in the US have one or more pets. It's close to the same here in Ireland. You know, like every 100 homes that you drive past, you know, there's either a cat or a dog in 70 of them. It's incredible. You know, people love their pets, sometimes more than they love other human beings. And if there's something that they can do to help them, they're going to want to try it. And of course, with all the benefits that come with trying this product, you know, like it's a no-brainer for people to give it a try. You know, look, I would encourage you guys that, you know, if you're new on this call and you've listened to some of these stories, you know, but maybe the pet thing really resonates with you. You know, get this product and try it for yourself. Just see what happens. You know, Roger will probably say in a minute, all you can do is mix it with your dog's DNA. See what happens. You know, these products are just incredible. You know, in fact, they work so well on my dog Coco that I started using them myself. You know, my knees don't hurt. I don't have to sit on the bed to put my jeans on anymore. You know, I've got more energy. You know, I've got more mental energy. So, look, we love these products, Roger. Keep doing what you're doing. You know, to be honest, you're making us all better in every kind of way. And that's what we all want. We all want better.
For the people.
You know, whether it's better health, better physical health, better mental health, better financial health. You know, there's got a whole package going on here. You know, and it's one of the reasons why, you know, this product, this company, the people who are on this call are making a difference in other people's lives. And that's what it's about. It's about raising up everybody together. You know, and I'm super excited about where we're going. I'm excited, you know, we're coming into the second, third quarter of the year. You know, it won't be long before it's Christmas and we'll be starting another new year. You know, I'm focused on what we're doing and how we're going to be doing things, you know, with this, you know, company, you know, in the center of that. And I'm excited about it. It's amazing. Thank you, Roger.
For your pets.
Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you, Dr. Bennett. Thank you, Phil. You know, you guys are amazing.
Thank you, Nick. Nick and Kate doing an amazing job. That's out of Ireland. So, let me reflect on this, especially if you got on the call late, so you maybe don't fully understand what we're talking about. We regrow mitochondria. It has a profound impact on everything that happens in your body, because everything that happens in your body takes energy. And we've learned, because of the kinds of stories that people have shared with us, some of which you just heard, that it is profoundly impactful where your immune system is concerned. I would not have thought that many of the stories we hear were even possible, but they are. I look at it like health assurance, spell that with an A. You wouldn't wait until your house burned down to go buy house insurance, or go get an accident to go buy car insurance and expect it to fix the car.
Right.
You gotta get it in your body, have it working for you, so that when whatever happens, your body's in its best position to defend you against whatever might come. So that's that's our advice. We're gonna continue this. There's more
People's
stories
bodies?
along this line we can ever have in one call.
And your pets'
Hopefully you'll get
bodies.
the idea. All right, Dale Bonet with the commercial.
Thank you. And Roger, when I'm done, I did find Dr. Dan. He's back with us.
Okay.
So listen, everybody, you get these incredible products at MoreMito.com, MoreMito.com, then a / Type in your username and hit enter. You're going to be at your website now. You know it's your site because your name is at the top of the page. So is your phone number and your email. That's the page you send people to. There's a great link in your back office. It takes them directly to this page. Listen, this is where they go to learn more after you've told them about the product and what's been happening and what it can do. They can read about the ingredients. They can see the entire ingredient list. They can read about XPS. They can listen to a selection of testimonials. They can actually read the labels that are on the product. And of course, most important, they can purchase from you. We wouldn't know them without you. You get the compensation for bringing them the knowledge. And listen, they cannot just purchase from you. We can take it a step further. They can join you. We've created a one-of-a-kind line of products. You know that now from what you heard today. Powerful things have happened for people with these products. Well, you could join this company. We created a company to support that kind of a product line. There's no cost to join MoreMito. There's no monthly fee to be here. We don't charge you for the websites. That's all free. We don't make you purchase on a monthly basis. We don't make you go on auto ship. Listen, we're here to do things the right way, and when you look at our compensation plan, you'll know that we hit it on the head. We don't pay compensation once a month or once a week or even once a day. When a purchase happens, your compensation is waiting for you almost instantly in your back office. Once you've verified, once we have checked your email and your address, we know you're a real human being, then your compensation shows up right away. If you're a referring customer, you've got MitoCash. Use it to buy products, use it to pay for your shipping. You can even send it to other people in the company, or you can upgrade. The upgrade is also free. You can upgrade to a paid rep. Now you can activate the Stripe connectivity, the international ACH that's so secure and fast. Send the money straight to your bank. You can use the old ACH system if you want it to take 2 or 3 days. You can even send it to your PayPal or to your Venmo. Listen, we've done everything we can. You heard things today that are absolutely astounding. Imagine if you had a one-of-a-kind product that the world is waiting for. Well, you do. We've created the product. We've created the company. Everything now is on you. You're the keeper of the one thing we can't do, and that's tell people you know. Get the word out. Get the message out. Let them try it. Listen, a 30-day empty bottle, no questions asked, money back guarantee. There is nothing to lose and incredible things to gain just by using the product. So share it. We've got a support staff at the customer service line. It's at the bottom of your website, right-hand side of that page, 509-593-3300. No, I won't repeat it. It's at the bottom of your web page. That's staffed with human beings, staffed 6 days a week. If you get a message, that means they're talking to other people. Leave a message on the recording. You're going to get a call back. And even if you just call in and hang up, we see you. Every call is recorded. Every call in is recorded with one goal. We're here to help you. If you've got a question on how to order, if you need us to place the order, if you've got a question about compensation or hierarchy, we're going to make sure you get answers. So we've done everything we can. We are so pleased you're here. Let's get going. We've got lives to change. Roger, I'm going to turn this back to you. Let me know if I left anything out.
You did great, Dale. We absolutely have lives to change. 2 opportunities here. The first one I think is really straightforward. Give the technology a try. Put it together with your DNA and see what your body comes up with, you know? Or maybe you just, maybe you've got a particular situation, maybe you don't, maybe you just want to be healthy. Either way, mitochondria will play a major role in that. Also, more people need to hear what you've been hearing today, in fact, on every one of our health and wellness calls. We've created this risk-free opportunity that Dale was telling you about. It costs you nothing to get involved with us or stay involved with us. So if what we're doing resonates with you, and you'd like to help yourself and help other people too and get rewarded for it amazingly, then by all means, affiliate with us and let's see what we can do together, okay? A lot of people need this help, and it only happens here. Okay, so star 5 on your phone, many of you already have. If you've got a question or a comment, why are you getting your hands up? I want to go back to Dr. Dan. I want him to reflect on that last interview we did and anything else he has to say about those interviews we played today about this very, very important topic, your immune system. Dr. Dan.
Well, it makes sense now that we're looking at this from a standpoint of the difference between an lethargic immune system and an energetic immune system. But I was very impressed with what it did for the young man that had allergies, because I had allergies a lot of my life.
Me too.
Great, actually.
Doctors didn't know how to treat it.
Problems in my 40s.
They were so bad.
And probably in my 50s, and I don't really have much trouble with allergies anymore. And I guess I can attribute it to the XDS technology.
This
but,
is what did it for my allergies.
I know what that feels like, not being able to sleep and coughing and stuff. I had to repeat the first grade because I sneezed so much. So this getting the immune system, the ability to fight these things, is just, it's like getting a boxer in good shape and well-trained and well-conditioned with a lot of endurance. That's what we're doing here. So the body is doing the job. It just didn't have what it needed to do it before. Why a young child didn't have the energy, or didn't have the immune system function the way it should be functioning is, and now does as 17 years later, is amazing to me that whatever Dr. Ellie is doing here, because it's more complicated than just energy. It's communication between cells. It's a lot of different things, inflammation, the antioxidants are in here that brings down the free radicals that are causing a lot of problems, the way the adrenaline gland is being affected. Adrenal effect of overreacting has a lot to do with the immune system. And matter of fact, it's very delicate. If you drink a soda with sugar in it, your T cell count will go down for 6 to 12 hours, making it much easier to get sick. And a lot of you are living on sugar. So that's one of the factors. But just getting the body to balance itself and to deal with this, then the immune functions function the way they're meant to function. And that's all we're doing. We're giving it what it needs to do that. And yet it's magical in the effects that we're seeing in people.
Absolutely. All right, thank you, Dr. Dan. Star 5 on your phone if you've got a question or comment. We're about to get to those hands, Dale. We're going to pop them all to the top. I know that there are people, some of whom are on the line right now, that will tell you that they would not be alive if it wasn't for this technology. That's why I put Phil at the top, Dale. Star 5 on your phone. Phil, you there? Unmute Phil for me.
That was interesting to know about the soda.
Are you there?
Your T cells down.
Phil, you weren't expecting us, but we're here with you. I'm here.
Phil, I've heard you say unbidden on more than one occasion that you did not think you would be alive if it were not for Mito. Is that the case?
That is the truth, Roger. 2 years ago, over 2 years ago now, I knew I was dying. And I asked the Lord for help. And he shared with me MoreMito a week later. And I could tell within 4 days that it was working. Because my feet hurt so bad, I couldn't even walk to my mailbox. It was just excruciating. In 4 days, the pain went away. And that was just one thing. Just one.
4 days.
I wasn't sleeping good. I had no energy. I was taking care of my invalid wife. And frustration, depression coming on. Yeah, I'm an entirely different person now because of MoreMito and the Lord.
Awesome.
Is there anything else?
Thank you for sharing that, Phil. I really appreciate it.
Amen.
4 days
You're welcome.
after Phil started using the products,
Okay.
building his mitochondria
All
up,
righty.
he
All
had
right,
relief
we got hands up. Let's go
from
right
that pain that he had been experiencing for years.
Let's try this wireless caller out of Atlanta, Dale. Let's get rid of the wireless. The number ends in 1094.
Yeah, 1094, I've unmuted you. Give us your name and ask your question.
Hello, my name is Francine, and I'm on the outside of Atlanta, Georgia. My question is, can the website be repeated again for those that didn't get a chance to write it down?
Yeah.
The website, yes, it's at MoreMito.com. MoreMito.com. If you've got a website, then you do a / and type in your username. If you don't have a website, then sign up and get one. They're free.
You go back to the person that
Website
referred
without
you,
signing
so
up,
he should have said
but
that.
someone introduced you. They do have a website.
Right.
You should get
Mr. Hill got it. That's the
their whole link
CEO.
from them, but in the meantime, you can read the site. Just MoreMito.com.
Right. So
And he
don't
said
just go to
something about a
MoreMito.com.
If I'm not
Get
like
back with the person that referred you.
The person that
Get their
introduced
site.
you was who was that told you about us?
a lady by the name of Dr. Joy.
Oh,
Okay, so
Dr. Joy.
Dr. Joy's site is Dr. Joy.
Uh-huh.
So MoreMito.com /DRJOY.
Whoever referred you, get back with that person that referred you. If it was myself, mine is MoreMito.com /
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
SALFORD.
Excellent.
It'll be linked in
Okay.
the description below, though.
Yeah. You should change it already. Thank
It's
you.
only fair
All
that
right,
whoever
after that, we
referred
got
you,
another
you go to their
wireless caller
site and you actually create your free
From
customer
Georgia,
website.
it says,
Yes,
yep.
we do.
You do not go to just MoreMito.com. You go back to the person that referred you and use their
Please
site.
give us your name and ask your question.
Hi, my name is Waishika Rice, and I was wanting to know that you guys have anything like dealing with the eyes, and also that's the first question. Anything dealing with the eyes and stuff.
Is there a particular kind of vision issue that you are concerned about?
They're saying I have like a lot of light sensitivity, and also they're saying macular degeneration.
Okay. So that macula is like the center part of your vision will start to disappear. And we have had any number of people with that kind of situation get dramatic results. And the reason for that is this. Not because, again, we cure another disease. It's because of how dependent your vision is on mitochondria. Mitochondria are concentrated in all your organs, but the very highest, heart, brain, and very, very most, your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So getting on this technology, eyes they just pop. They just respond very, very
And
well.
most mitochondria is in your eye area.
What's going on in your eyes. That's what typically happens.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, if you will go on the website that we were just talking about, go to the people product page. You go to products across the top. You get a choice between people products and pet products. Choose people. There's an interview there with Archbishop McCall, who's here in the Washington, D.C. area. Listen to that one about your vision. You'll find it very enlightening. Okay?
Okay, and second part of the question,
Mine improved
could you
dramatically.
spell that again, the website? Could you spell it again?
It spells just like it sounds. It's more of something, MORE. Then mito, MITO, which is the first 4 letters of mitochondria. MoreMito.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so okay.
And then /
Okay. So
the
you're
username for
saying
whoever
that
referred you.
because I do want to, I am going to try the product, and I promise you, if it works, I can definitely, I know how to persuade.
It's
so
not
as far as
it's
selling
going to build your
like I would
mitochondria
definitely love to do that, but I will get with the person who told me about you guys too.
That's right.
Yeah, you will want
about the product.
You'll want to get their whole using the website, the MoreMito.com / their username would follow that.
Right.
And click the join link, put in your information, you'll get your own website. You can look it over. You should make your purchases from your own back office.
Yes.
That's simple.
Yes.
And
That's the way he
awesome.
designed it, Mr. Hill. He's
Okay,
the
thank you
CEO.
so much. I look forward to joining your team.
great having you on.
Yes.
Okay.
Good to have you with us. Great question.
All right. So we're doing good with the wireless calls, but we don't have any more. So we will have to talk to Alicia Brusler in New Jersey.
Good be, Alicia. I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question. Whoop, I gotta unmute you again. Whoop. No, I don't. We lost her, Roger.
Huh.
Somebody else.
Well, you got Mark. Gautier. Let's go with it.
Mark Gautier, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
I'm just here to listen pretty much, but I just wanted to know, I've been taking MoreMito for almost a month now. My Uncle James Slade got me on it. I just ordered my second batch, but how long should it take for you to start seeing results for like some of the issues that you have?
God is the only one can answer
My
that
issue
one.
is no medication for me works as prescribed. That's what one of the things Vanderbilt is researching my brain for, and I was told to combat with a lot of those things. But I just want to know how long it should
Mark,
take.
we've got a lot of
There's
feedback.
a lot of background noise, Mark. Can you move to where it's not quite as loud?
Yeah, I'm trying to get away from the action. Did you hear my question though?
I heard your question was about how much time does it take. I played interviews,
Right.
and you heard results reported anywhere from minutes to days to weeks. Okay, and that's because it's so dependent on what's happening with that person's body.
Exactly.
Okay, some of these things happen quickly, some of them take time. I would say almost everybody gets some result within the first few weeks. You know, probably the majority of people get the results pretty much right away. But that doesn't mean there's anything wrong if it takes you longer. That's thing one. Let
It's
me give you
still building
another
your
one.
mitochondria.
People are getting results that don't even recognize it. You get all that stuff and notice you start to go to the bathroom more often. Okay, it may not even attribute to the person didn't tell you that can happen. That's your body starting to detox itself. The only detox efforts you can have. You heard the lady talk about where all the parasites are coming out of, all kinds of things like that. And sometimes your body needs to address those things before it can get to the thing that you're primarily concerned about.
That's right.
Okay? So stay on it. You would have to do 90 days, and I don't know anybody that's gone, that nobody comes to mind right away that's gone 90 days before they notice anything. Okay? But, you know, it'll vary, but your body's already going to work. Trust me on that. Okay?
You want to order yours and at least give it 90 days.
I heard you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Okay.
The bottom line is building your mitochondria, even if you don't notice that it's building your mitochondria. That's what it's designed to do, and that's what it does.
I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hello, my name is Debbie Sims. I just had a question for regarding, I get tingling in my ears. I was wondering if I could use a toothpick and put some of the cream along with the Restore and Rejuvenate together and put it in my ear.
Yeah, we ever had people do that. We had a lady that lost her hearing in her ear, or left ear, as I recall, 37 years. And she put it all around that mixture of Restore, put some of Restore and Rejuvenate, shake it up, and you can take a Q-tip, put it all around your ear. But furthermore, she just took some drops right out of the dropper for Restore, the oil, and dropped them right in her ear. And the next morning she was hearing.
Wow.
So, yes, you could use it in your ear.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use it in your ear, but she said a toothpick. I don't know about the toothpick, but the
parts unknown.
All right, Teresa, I've unmuted you. Your number ends in 2281. Go ahead with your question.
Hi, this is Teresa. I was having some financial difficulties, and I haven't been able to get the MoreMito, but I could tell the difference in my body. I was like, the pain has increased, but I'm working on getting it this week. Hopefully I'll be able to, but I could tell from not using the product, I feel different. My stomach has been bothering more, so I've been having some, actually I had like a little mental breakdown recently, so that was another
See,
thing.
she
But
was
the
on
fact
it.
of it is that
Body was
not
feeling
using the
good.
product,
Now
I see
she's
the
not.
difference. So
Body's trying to return to the
before
way it was
when I was taking it regular,
because
my
she's
brain
not
was a
feeding
lot
it.
more
It's a
clearer,
food.
the fogginess, the pain definitely was practically gone. So this product, like, I'm working on, getting myself back together to get the product. So I got on here to tell people that the product works. I was having problems with my stomach really bad, and now it's back again. And so I'm going to get the product. I'm working on getting the product back, but don't stop using the product. It's like I was just going through a lot of mental health stuff, and I just didn't know how to handle stuff. But the product works.
Okay.
So just like she just
Thank you
shared it
for
with us,
sharing
she
that,
needs to go
Teresa.
share it with
We
other
really
people
appreciate
so
it.
she can
It's
get her
important
products for
worth
free.
Yeah.
We know she can do it because she just did it.
So
Mr. Hills has it built in there where you get your products for free by telling other people. And they're linked to you because they go to your website, create their website.
With very, very severe
Simple.
conditions. I'll take one, for example. Cancer. And their body defeats it, it goes away. And they think that's a good time to stop taking Mito. And it comes back. Or something else happens. And it's really heartbreaking. So whatever you can do to get on it and stay on it, it's worth doing. Okay. Charlie Morris in Florida.
All right. Charlie, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Okay,
Go ahead
you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
Well, gentlemen, you're keeping it entirely too simple in a complicated world that we're living in. And I wanted to comment, I've been on the product for at least a month, moving on to 5 weeks. Earlier speaker, when you commented that a lot has to do in terms of its reaction to the how the one's body has been compromised. Unfortunately, I've been able to keep myself in good shape. I'm a veteran. I go to the VA to keep me in good shape, and I've been studying this kind of thing for years. That my company that I work under is called Wellness Now. And so I've noticed that my impatience tempted me to stop, and okay, nothing's working. But the longer I've been on it, and I said it's been over a month, well over a month, I'm now starting to see the results in a number of different areas, which have already been mentioned. My main curiosity now as to why it works so well, regardless of the individuals involved and their health status, what have you, is why this product is getting to the very core of the cell, which now we know medical science is starting to look at our bodies at a cellular level. I want to know more about the delivery system, and I'll finish by saying this. I've been for years studying frequency therapy with the German community, which is well advanced in this area, and somehow I'm sensing that whatever the formula is, and I'm not looking for proprietary information, but a hint as to how possibly when formulating MoreMito, there is a respect for one's for the human frequency and whatever level it's at. Very sick, it's low. If you're feeling great, it's higher.
Okay.
Is there anything there to
Okay, so
comment on?
let me respond to that. So let's start with the fact that there are things already in nature that will stimulate mitochondria in a measurable way. Okay? If you take green tea, if you take, you name it, cacao, it's one of my favorites. It's like what's in dark chocolate. Positive effect on mitochondria. The challenge, though, which is where Bevan made his breakthrough, is these are weak effects. Weak effects. If they were really strong, then we wouldn't even need to have a MoreMito, because that problem would already be solved. But they're not. So Bevan had to come along, understanding that, and say, how can I turn this up? How can I make these things way more effective than they've ever been? And that's where the XDS technology comes in. That's why you can take all the same stuff you want to take. You just write down the label and buy it if you want, right? You will not get this result. Now, what is XDS doing? I'll keep this simple too. It is reorganizing the molecules of all these different ingredients so that they act in harmony, don't fight each other, and they actually can get in the cell and have the cell recognize them, right, as food, as opposed to something that it should reject. And that's where the proprietary stuff comes in. But that's what the proprietary stuff is doing, is making it more recognizable to your system as something it should take in. And with respect to frequencies, everything has natural frequencies. And your body knows which ones are good for it, and it will respond to those. That's how I would respond to your question.
Well, yeah, well said. I got it. The first thing that came in my mind as you were describing it is a philharmonic orchestra, and they come together, and when they hit that tune, when the tune is coordinated, we'll put it that way, and of course, hopefully throughout the entire concert, it is. That's when the body is open and receiving the nutritional value of MoreMito.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for that question.
Thank you, Bill.
Great way to say it.
And thanks for not asking me to get into quantum mechanics and all of that. Okay.
And listen, I get it, but you said it very well. Just as I said, I'm starting on the basis that I accept the fact that everything in the world is frequency. And so therefore, I come at it from that particular perspective, and I was amazed that, well, at any rate, thank you for your share.
Thank you, Charlie. Great to have you with us.
Well, good to be with you.
Great questions, Charlie.
All right.
Great stuff.
You know, we got Alicia back. Let's see if we can
Yes.
get her to open.
Alicia, I've unmuted you again. Go ahead with your question. 9229 are the last four of your number.
Hi, this is Dr. Alicia. I'm actually in Michigan. I think you, the caller before, he asked the question. I wanted to understand a little bit more about what exactly does the XDS, what does that delivery system look like? Like, how is it actually getting through the mitochondria wall? And if you don't want to get deeper into, I would love to hear more about quantum mechanics. That doesn't mean everybody else would. But I was curious about that because it's really fascinating to me, and I'm kind of a science geek. So if you don't want to get deeper in, that's fine. I was just curious.
I won't go a whole lot deeper because
You're not giving the formula away.
it's really more common sense than it sounds. These natural formulations, natural ingredients, tend to be hard to deliver. That's the conclusion you have to come to based on the results that is being, derived from them. So you know that to start with. And if I were to talk a little bit about things that happen at the quantum level, you would hang them on a carrier frequency. So now they'll act in orbit. So I'll leave it at that, and maybe we can talk offline at some point. So
Perfect.
More detail. Okay.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Great. Great to hear from you. Great questions. Who's next, Roger?
All right, let's see about Casey. Is that Danetta? Casey?
Yeah. I think that's Danetta. Danetta, you tell us if we've mispronounced your name. I've unmuted you. 7052 are the last four of your phone. Give us your name.
Hello there. Hi, yes, this is Elder Danette Casey. How are you today?
Good to hear you, Elder. Great to have you on. Go right ahead.
I'm glad to be here, and I'm here a lot. Listen, you answered part of my question. One was on cancer. So I'm going to give you a quick two-part question. One is on lung cancer in particular. And what we're seeing, I'm sure you know, there are people that have never smoked. Never been in an environment of that, other than probably when they go someplace and they have lung cancer. So that's a shock. The other thing is, I wanted to hit on, if you is people on dialysis for kidneys and how the mitochondria can help repair that. Thank you so much.
So,
Two
you
good
know,
things.
you have kidneys are like a filter, and they are keeping some things from not coming out.
But I have friends that do. I don't have it, but I have some that are listening that it's a problem. Okay.
Understood. So, again, your body is already trying to repair everything because everything wears out, has to be replaced. Okay, it's already trying to do that. But again, the simple answer is it doesn't have the energy to complete that process like it did. It needs more energy to do that more difficult job. Okay? So we are seeing people anywhere from stage 1 where you go get your blood test and it comes back excess protein in urine. That's the beginning of kidney failure. Then it goes all the way down to, like stage 4 where they're measuring your arm up for, dialysis. You're down about 20% or something like that. Well, we routinely see people get on our technology and double their kidney function. So that repair process is actually quite powerful. Quite powerful. Same thing about hearts and other organs. And again, that coincides with the fact that this is where all your mitochondria have the highest concentration. So anyway, check it out. We've got a number of interviews
Kidney
on the
issues?
website.
You want to get it
on
ASAP.
that people product page. And
Build that mitochondria up.
right now, it's just kind of routine. We see that quite often. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
All righty.
Thank you for that.
Is that Monique Oliver in New York? Call ID says.
Monique, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question, Monique. Could be Monique without an M. Caller in New York, we can't hear you. 1176 are the last 4 of your phone number. Are you there?
Come on, Monique.
Roger, we'll have to go to
Yeah,
someone
can
else.
you hear me?
There she
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, there she is, yeah.
New York.
Hi. So my question is, how do you use the product for your eyes? Do you ingest it? Do you rub it over your eyes? How does it work?
How about all of the above? Okay? And let me say this. You're giving me an opportunity to talk about why we bundle these. We do the bundle. You got Restore, you have Brain and Body, and you have Rejuvenate. Restore is a heavy lift as it pertains to cellular repair and organ regeneration, like your eyes. Okay? Because it's going to have a subset of those ingredients, it's 44 in Restore, that are going to be regrowing mitochondria, giving it the power. And then you've got all these other things that your body will now make even greater use of because it has the energy and the communication that you heard Dr. Dan talk about to do so. Okay? And then you have the Brain and Body. The body part of Renew Brain and Body is growing mitochondria in another way. Because these constituents that we need to talk to your mitochondria with don't come from one source. They're scattered throughout nature. Some of them are oil soluble, some of them are water soluble. So and we can't put them all in one thing. Why can't we put it in a patch? Because it doesn't work that way. Okay? And then you have the Rejuvenate, which is a cream, right? It has its own ingredients, but you can actually take some of the Restore, put it in there, do it every day, shake it up.
Put
and
4 milliliters
put that
in
on
here.
your eyelid.
One dosage.
Close your eyes, put
In
that
here.
on your eyelid. We know to get all the way into your brain. We
This is how
learned
you
that
put
from
it on
the
your
autistic
eyelids, as
children
he's
that started to
saying.
respond just from putting it around their head. Okay, so you do that. And then also, you can actually put individual drops of the oil in your eye. And I'll tell you right now, if you do Restore 3.0 with that black seed on it, it is like way strong. It's going to sting quite a bit. But some people do it all like it's nothing. I'm not one of them. I'll tell you that too. But Petlife, which has some of the ingredients like the citrus essential oils that are not good for pets, it also makes it milder on your eyes. So if you're going to put the drops in your eyes, put it in your eyes. And then you get down to just take and Restore internally. We were having people go from blindness back to sight and never put anything in under eye. They just took restore internal. But as people experimented and reported to us, that's how we learned you can do all these other things too. So you can do all of those. Okay?
Okay. And does it also help with cholesterol? Because my body is producing cholesterol. I know it's produced in the liver, and I don't understand because I'm a plant-based. I don't do high cholesterol foods. However, I would not say put me on a statin to help with the cholesterol.
Yeah, it's really common for people. It's really common for people to report their cholesterol or not normalized. I've done a number of interviews in which that's come out. So yeah, you can look forward to that being one of the benefits. You can also go eat some oatmeal. Okay.
I eat oatmeal, but it makes me bloated. Like I have.
Really? Don't work for you. Okay. Well, you may get some other kind of. The key to that is soluble fiber.
See, I
Get
didn't
some
know
other
about the
kind of
oatmeal,
soluble fiber.
but I don't have a
It'll drag it
cholesterol issue
out.
though.
It'll also help.
But I can share it with others
No,
now.
that's kind of what the Dr. Dan, you should get on this Dr. Dan call and ask him that question. But yeah, in general, we had a great interview a week or two ago, and it'll come to me in a minute, where the gentleman had a stroke, and the doctors noted he had this really high cholesterol, and they wanted to put him on, the medications for it. The wife said, no, we don't want to do that. We got this MoreMito stuff. And when he comes back, his cholesterol was totally normal, okay, without any of that. So you're in the right place, and this is the right stuff to help you do that naturally.
Feed it the natural food. Build that mitochondria.
Thank you very much.
All righty.
All right, thank you.
All right, we might as well talk to Marvelette Lashley.
All right. Marvette, I have unmuted you. Go ahead with your question. Could be Reginald as well.
Hello, everyone. This is Marvette. I do want to tell everybody that if it was not for this product, my life would have really changed because my husband and I, we've been together for about 40 years. And if it had not been for this product, I don't think my husband would be here with me today. And I just want to tell everybody on this call, I know MoreMito did this. I prayed to ask God for something that was all natural with no side effects. And MoreMito came into my life. And I want to let you know, if you cannot afford this product, they have a system here that is phenomenal to help you afford this product. Because all you have to do is share this product with as many people as you can.
Yeah.
And when they buy
tell
this
people
product,
about it.
The company will compensate you for it.
Yes.
So if you can't afford it, get out here and spread the word, and they make it a way where you can afford it.
Yes.
I have spread the word so much. I have put in over 200 people just telling them about the product. I'm not trying to sell, convince, or do anything like that, because you don't have to. All they have to do is watch you use the product. My husband has type 2 diabetes. His neuropathy in his feet and hands is on a 10, with the pain being so excruciating that he couldn't even sleep at night. As soon as we put the rejuvenate cream on his feet, it took the pain from a 10 to a 2. And he was able to sleep. His A1C was on the 13. His blood pressure was out of control. The doctors was giving him medicine. He was going to doctor's appointments. It was not helping him at all. The only thing helped him was these all natural, no side effects, what I prayed for. And all your prayers is in MoreMito. It will help you get healthy, wealthy, wise. I'm telling you, my husband has retired because of MoreMito. He was not supposed to retire until December. He retired in June because of MoreMito. So MoreMito, people ask me all the time, can you put MoreMito on my mortgage? Can you put MoreMito in my gas tank? You absolutely can if you do it right. Because I put gas in my car with the MoreMito bucks, with the money that I'm getting from MoreMito. I pay my car note with the money that I'm getting from MoreMito. Plus, I'm using the product.
Yep.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Marvette. It's an amazing opportunity. I'm happy that you're taking advantage of
she
it.
lost
And we
53
encourage
pounds.
everybody
Wow.
else to do so. Thank you again.
Thank you. Okay,
All right.
that's fantastic.
Ran into them in Costa.
She is tearing it up. She and Reginald.
Great couple. Okay. Joyce Jones, California.
Joyce, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
I think you got the wrong one down.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, you're
Hello?
the right one.
Oh, great. Oh, well, I have two items here. First of all, I've been taking the MoreMito for about 2 years, and I'm pretty healthy at 85. They can't believe that I'm 85. And I just had my annual blood test, and the doctor couldn't believe it. He says, everything is perfect. He said, I don't see 30-year-olds come in and have blood tests that's this good. So I thank you so much, because I've never had a report like that. I know it's due to MoreMito. Even though I'm healthy because I don't eat any sugar and refined foods, but anyway, the MoreMito put me way over the top. Now, I have a question. My sister is here from Oregon because she can't be alone, because she was forced about 2 years ago to take a COVID shot. And I was wondering if there were certain things that I should be doing in addition to the MoreMito. We have, lots of that we're giving her. But she has Alzheimer's, and she gets very nervous. She has hallucinations. She initially lost so much weight. She was down to 70 pounds. Now she is up to 80 something, but that's not good enough either. I was wondering what you can suggest.
Okay, I missed the first part. Tell me again what the health concern was.
It's my sister. She's 80 years old, and she was forced to take a COVID shot about 2 years ago. And the doctors told her that, she was going to die. They couldn't do anything about it. And we sent her the MoreMito right away. But that was mainly because her weight had gone down so much. But then a couple months ago, she has hallucinations, and she's getting worse as far as the Alzheimer's is concerned.
Okay, so my first question is, how much is she taking?
Well, we're giving it to her as much as we can put in her. She is taking some hallucination medicine, so we try to have that 2 hours a day.
How much do you think you're getting in her a day?
Oh, well, she's just been here for a couple days, so we've probably given her three.
Okay, so I would say that you need
3
more
doses
time.
a day.
First of all, I mean, you just have, it doesn't necessarily respond in 2 or 3 days, And if you talk about a dementia situation, then you can also take that mixture and put it right on her skin.
We've been doing that too. Yeah.
Yeah, so just keep that up. Because the first
This
thing is,
in here and put it on the skin, or you can put some of this on the skin
first step
by
with
itself.
Mito,
as
and the
well.
next step with MoreMito. I mean, that's just how it is. We'll see how she's doing on the dose level you are, and then you want to step it up and then augment how you're putting it on, what you already have in terms of doing the skin, but just frequency now. It's like do it more often through the day. And
we can expect detox, and I think sometimes that could be affecting her right now. She was really doing well yesterday, and then this morning she said she was dizzy and very withdrawn.
Okay.
So it could be detox too, right?
I agree. I think it's likely, considering what she's going through and the different medications she may have already had, and how old she is, that it would be not uncommon that something like that would happen. So again, you're only 2-3 days in. Let's keep going. Let us know what happens, okay? And you can reach me directly if you need to. In the meantime, you got the number, extension 6. Is that right, Dale? Extension 6.
That is correct. Extension 6.
Well, let's make sure that works, okay? Somebody said it didn't. At one point, it didn't work. But anyway, call customer service if you can't get extension 6, and I'll definitely call you back, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right.
We love the MoreMito. Thank you.
I appreciate you for letting us be a part of your family's wellness journey.
Amen.
Powerful.
Okay.
All right.
Powerful.
How about
Get their
Janice
mitochondria up.
in Tallahassee?
Janice, I've unmuted you. Go ahead, and if I accidentally deleted the hand for Teresa, put your hand back up if you didn't get your question. Go ahead, Janice, in Tallahassee.
I'm in Wakefield, Virginia. That's the Tallahassee number.
Okay.
I've noticed that, you know, when I do I put it on my tongue. You know, at first I wasn't swallowing it. I didn't know I was supposed to. And I've been swallowing it since corrected. And then I did the nasal thing. I am still getting the mucus plugs. So is it okay to swallow them, or should I spit them out?
I would be spitting it out.
Yeah.
Okay, because
Coming
I
out for a
started
reason.
spitting them out, and then
Okay, let's differentiate because I want to make sure people are hearing this right. I'm not talking about spitting out the Restore. I switched the Restore all around in my mouth, in between my teeth and everything. Great for your teeth and gums, right? And I swallow.
Right.
I'm hearing you talk about mucus that may be coming out. No, let it come out.
Yes.
Spit that out.
Yes.
Okay, but if it comes out with the stuff, you don't want me to spit the stuff out. Try to separate it if any way I can.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, here's the first thing. If you're swishing it all around in your mouth, all between your teeth, you'll have less of it left. And what's left, you let it settle behind your teeth and in front of the base of your tongue, and wiggle your tongue back and forth like this, or like that. Literally.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah.
And it'll pop it up even that much more. And so now what's left has been mixed with saliva. It's not as strong. You can swallow it. Now, that also addresses those people concerned that have that little peppery feeling and it hits the back of your throat. That's a sign of a really good quality olive oil, okay? But if you let it diffuse or dilute in your saliva, it won't sting. You know, it won't sting at all either. And occasionally it will if you just swallow it anyway. So that's what I'm saying. Just work with that.
Right.
You know, anything you happen to accidentally swallow, it'll be fine, because it's not like you're doing that all day. The other time, the mucus will be coming out, and it won't be mixed with our stuff, okay?
Right. I usually, you know, like if it comes out in its chunks, those plugs, I call them plugs. Those little
Well, I would try to cough it up. Why don't you try to cough that of what you can out before you take the Restore? You know, just try to see if you can get some of it out for it. That's thing one. Thing two is, it's not going to go on forever. You know, you eventually your body will you know, get it out.
Okay, so it may. I just haven't, you know, because I usually do the first thing we were talking about. You know, where you do your mouth and all like that. And then I do my teeth thing, and with both of them, I get the clump. But sometimes I can separate it. And I've been swallowing it.
How about this?
I didn't know if it was bad for me or not. Yes,
no,
sir.
You'll be okay. Do the best you can. The bottom line is you got to get this mito in. And whatever you got to do that or go through, is what you got to do, right? So
Right.
It'll be okay.
So the coughing could just be because there's still junk up in there? Is that what it is?
Absolutely. It can take a while for it to come out.
Okay. Then
I can't think of her name now. She lives down in Fort Washington, Maryland from here. She starts smoking. She starts smoking 20 years before she meets us. Right? And stuff was coming out like crazy. Had a black line across the bottom of the lung, and the doctor wanted to cut the bottom of the lung off. But
I think I heard that one.
And the body was able to throw it off. So let your body do its thing.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah, I have allergies too. I know that. So it's allergy time
This
in
is
a way.
powerful.
Okay, then.
You gotta
and I'll
get
just keep
yours.
drinking more
Get
fluid.
that mitochondria up.
Very
That's
good.
what we're teaching you how to do.
Thank you, Dennis.
And your body's
You're
fixing itself.
welcome.
You hear how they're talking
All
about
right.
each
Let's go
person's
to
body is fixing itself.
Or Roosevelt.
Awesome.
All right.
Roosevelt Williams, is that it?
Roosevelt, we've unmuted you. 6947.
Thank you. Oh gosh, I'm so concerned about a young family member who has a pretty bad glaucoma. I've started the products about a month ago to see if it would help in any way.
Yes.
I have a question that I don't have a real good answer for, and it's her cataract. She was going to schedule surgery,
Cataract?
but she said, as we talked, she decided that, look, I'm going to give the product a break first and see if they work, and then I'll schedule the surgery for cataracts. So I guess the question is, she has used it about a month, but not actually getting the Petlife in her eyes, because the first time she used it, it got so blurry that it.
Let me ask you a question, Roosevelt. Let me ask you a question. Are you telling me that she has not already had that cataract surgery and had her lenses replaced?
No, she hasn't had it. No.
Okay. So
that is correct. That's
what
why
I do when I'm doing that is I'm gonna put those drops in my eye, lean way back,
So she was using
drop it right in the
Petlife,
middle of my eyeball, so I actually see it covering the opening in your eye where the light comes through. And then I close my eyes and probably roll my eyes around underneath my eyelids. And it only takes a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes or something like that, because I like to do it at night before I go to bed, and in the morning you get up, go to the bathroom, and put it in and go lie back down. So now you're not in a rush, okay? And that way you can let it take the time it needs to take with your eyes closed to absorb. For me, that's been my best practice.
They're using Petlife. Remember, the Petlife is the Restore Oil minus the citrus and something else that pets can't have. So it doesn't sting like the Restore Oil does. So it's not that it's actually a pet product. This is Restore Oil minus, what's causing it to sting and what pets can't have. Put this in your eyes.
I don't know why, but when man started doing that, and it works better.
Okay, so
got it.
What he was just talking about, close your eyes immediately. If you do the Restore Oil, you're going to close your eyes immediately so you can get the oxygen out of it so it can help stop the stinging. Because it has the citrus in it.
All right, Melvin, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hello, Roger. Hello, Dale. Wanted to first give one comment on the lady talked about mucus. Because what I love about the state I'm at now, I'm doing a lot of preventative stuff, as you mentioned yourself off and on, Roger. So what I did, as you mentioned, I got a cotton, a Q-tip, put some of the mixture of the Restore and the Rejuvenate on that Q-tip. First blew my nose real quick. Don't have no sinuses problem, but at any rate, I blew my nose real good. Then blocked one nostril.
He blew it first.
Sniffed a good amount, about a good half size of a green pea up one nostril, and then I did the other one.
Then he put that
and I noticed
this on there.
Probably within about maybe 10 minutes.
Put some more
I
on
had
there.
to blow my
Put
nose.
on this one.
And after about the third time, I realized it was bringing up the mucus that I had up in the sinus area. And I was like, wow. And I did it for like 3 days. And ever since that day, which is probably a year ago now, whenever I even have to blow my nose, hardly nothing comes out. I'm at my sister's one day, and I just happened to blow my nose. And she says, wow, did anything come out of that? And it made me laugh so much, but I was just so amazed how good that worked. So for the lady that mentioned about the mucus, definitely gets him up the nose. And then another time, don't have anything wrong with the prostate or my colon or whatever, but after I got a really good shower, got out, got about the size of a green pea, maybe, I think it was, maybe a little more, put them up my rectum. I have never had smooth bowel movement like I've been having. We've got to prevent it, because there were times where I wasn't eating enough roughage or drinking enough water or whatever, and the bowel movements were very painful, saw a little bit of blood in the stool. None of that anymore. And then lastly, because I know I got some of my new team members on, detox our body. And Roger and Dale says it so much off and on, and the other comments, detoxify. Our body has to be detoxified first, folks. So you may see something, feel something, smell something. That's your body helping get rid of what's inside of it that took so long to get in there anyway. Thank you so much, Roger and Dale.
Yeah. All right. So he's using these as his preventatives.
Okay, so
that other things won't happen. But then this builds his mitochondria, because this is what builds your mitochondria up.
So
and then his body fixes itself from things. You heard him. You heard his testimonial.
One last hand. It's Cindy. I'm unmuting you,
All
Cindy,
natural.
in Hayward, California. Go ahead.
Come on, Cindy. What do you have
Hello,
to share?
Cindy.
Hi, guys. Hi, honey. Okay, I won't go into too many details, but I found out more about my condition. I learned that my vagus nerve, my atlas has come out hundreds of times. So my atlas has been adjusted since 2010 hundreds of times, and my vagus nerve is creating all kinds of my problems that I'm dealing with. So one question, have you ever heard of it helping with the vagus nerve function? I'm working with so many people around the country, but I'm doing a vagus nerve stimulator on my neck, and then a man that's a specialist in vagus nerve, I'm consulting with him. A woman is coming to my home.
Okay, so let me answer that question.
Yeah.
I'll put you back. My assumption, based on the results that people are getting and have reported, is that it absolutely does.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise I don't know how I can explain the outcomes that we're seeing.
Okay.
So keep it up.
The other thing I learned, my lower back L3 is creating a lot of the problems in my whole groin area, where everything's spasming, my intestines and everything, and my feet have been like gloves on for 2 years. I've been bedridden for 2 years. And so I have no pain in my lower back where she adjusted it, but when I was young, I used to have all kinds of pain because I was stupid and lived in
what is your question to me regarding
So if I put it on L3, the cream,
The
would
Rejuvenate
that
Gel.
help it not keep coming out?
Okay, so let me go back to my standard mitochondrial conversation, okay? We're growing mitochondria, your body's doing the rest. So if your body is capable of doing that on its own, it will do it better with more mitochondria.
With all three.
If it's not capable of doing that, then you'll need to get a manipulation from a doctor.
No, it was manipulated, and she's going to check me once a week for a while.
Okay, well, let's see how it goes. I'll keep putting it on. But in general, I mean, I'm putting it on my back all the time, and it's, it matters. It helps, for sure. But see, anybody with an ongoing source of irritation is going to constantly be going through that. There's no doubt about it. Well, someone we had on here, they went to the doctor, found out that part of their spine was crooked. Well, no wonder you got pressure. You've been putting pressure on nerves that, if it were straight, would not be there.
Right.
It's sort of like I say to people, if you cut your arm off, don't expect us to grow it back. Okay, because it's just not in our genes. We're not like some reptiles can do that. But
good experiment. And two more short questions. You know, a huge part of my situation is my digestive system and being able to eat and being able to eliminate, because I've learned my vagus nerve. So, I've been, for the last week and a half, been having to do distilled water enemas with a few ingredients. Can you put a couple of drops, because I heard that man, can you put a couple of drops of the MoreMito liquid in the distilled water? It's only about 4 ounces.
Yes, because my bottom line is get it in, whatever that means. If you got to put it on food, you got to put it on water, you got to put it however you got to put it. But it only works if you consume it. So be creative as you need to be. Okay?
Okay. And last question. My daughter has severe TMJ to the point that she had to fly to another state, see a specialist surgery, because it wasn't just TMJ pain. It slipped out and the disc was worn down or something. So now she has to have a second surgery on the other jaw. And because she can't chew things, without incredible pain. So everything's soft. So since the bone has moved and it's, worn down, is only corrective surgery probably the way it's going to be fixed. I wish it had not gotten to that point.
Right.
If you have retainers, you have TMJ, put some of this in your retainers. Put it in your mouth, let it sit on there. This time my retainers is covered. But that's okay. It helps.
Not too many. Until you get on top. And then you can reduce it. Okay? So just be aggressive about how you take it. Okay?
Right.
You can rub this on your gums as well.
Thank you for your participation.
I rub this
I really appreciate it.
from here all the way down, all around.
Okay.
And also around my neck.
That's it for today. We really appreciate everybody.
Where my joints are as well. And that helps with the TMJ. So you want to get all of this.
We wouldn't be alive without our immune systems, right? And we need to do everything we can to help it out. And nothing helps it out more, in my experience and in my opinion, than restoring mitochondria. So we encourage you to do that. We're going to continue this topic on Monday. So much more ground to cover. It's a big topic and whatnot. I hope you'll join us then. And again, I want a big shout out for everybody who participated in the Q&A and for the folks who volunteered to let me interview them on top of that. Dale, you get the last word.
Okay, y'all. Was that not an awesome conference call? Knowledge is power, right? Did you learn a lot of things? Did you get that knowledge, right? Even like the last caller was talking about the TMJ. Yeah, I can tell you about dealing with the TMJ. You definitely want to get your bundle. If you want some relief, get that mitochondria built up some, because you really need this if you have TMJ. And so this is kind of orange. So you saw me when I showed you my retainers, right? So with TMJ, most people have excruciating pain. So you could take your retainers, even if you don't have retainers like from your dentist, like I do, then you can go and, get the ones that you can buy in the store and mold them to your teeth. But you can take some of the Restore All, pour it in them, put them in your mouth and let it sit in your mouth. And that's going to soak into your gums. That helps. You can also take the Rejuvenate Gel. Now, my Rejuvenate Gel has some of the Restore All in it as well. It has a dosage in there. One dose is 4 milliliters. So the dropper that comes in here, the top line says 1 milliliter. 4 of those is 1 dosage. I put 1 dosage in here, put the top back on it, shake it up. That's why my Rejuvenate Gel is not white. It's kind of orangish because of the Restore All that I have put in there, right? But I take that, I put that on my gums. So yes, you can put it in your mouth. I also take it, and you can do the same thing with the oil as well. It depends on how your pain is. I start here and go all the way down, all the way across. Because mine starts on the left side, and then it moves over to the right side and gets to the point where I cannot talk at all. Do you know how painful that is to be in pain and then can't talk? So then I, rub it here. Then I rub it, on my pressure points, my joints. So that's just some of the things that I do. If you want, if you have more questions about the TMJ, put a comment below. You can text me at 817-320-2571. Notice I said text me, and ask your questions, or just say that you want to talk to me about TMJ and we can discuss that, or any other health issue that you have. Understand that we're not curing anybody, and we're not teaching you to cure anything. What we're doing is we're teaching you to build up your mitochondria. So we use the products to build up your mitochondria. When you build up your mitochondria, God designed your body to know how to go in and fix it. Now, you heard somebody ask, oh, well, how long will it take to do this and how long will it take to do that? Well, that depends on your body and how quick your body responds to the products to, get your mitochondria, going, right? So, again, different people's body responds different. Not everybody's body is the same, right? And these are all natural. These are considered a food. So, people say, oh, well, how long should I take it? Or, okay, so how long are you going to eat food? So if you're going to continue to eat food, because you need the nourishment in your body, this is another way of putting nourishment in your body, right? So, again, if you, to get the products, you want to get the Brain and Body Bundle, you want to go and create your free customer website. If somebody referred you, you want to get back with the person that referred you. If nobody referred you, or if myself referred you, or you are finding out about this by, visiting the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, then you want to go to my website, which I will also put in the description. But the easiest one to tell you to go to is MoreMito.com/S Alford. That's MoreMito.com/S ALFORD. You want to click join. You want to click referring customer, and then put in all your information. So you're putting your name, your address, your email address, your phone number, choose a password and a username, and your website's up just like that. So again, I'll put the information in the description, which will give you the details. I have videos as well on how to create your website. There's videos on how to do your orders, you name it. On the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, you go to our playlist and you can find out all that information. There's tons of testimonials on there, so you can go on that playlist, look at the different ailments that's on there, click on it, listen to that playlist on that, and we will be continuing adding more and more, just like you heard them giving a lot of testimonials today. This is something that works for everybody, okay? Everybody has mitochondria. So if you are human, this is what you need to get, this bundle. The Renew Body and Mind capsules, the Restore Oil, the Rejuvenate Gel. Renew Body and Mind capsules, Restore Oil, Rejuvenate Gel. This is what we use for the humans, right? Well, remember, we have a pet line as well, right? Pets have mitochondria just like humans do. So basically, whatever you see that humans can get, pets can get. These are the products that the pets are using. The Petlife, all the Petlife is the Restore Oil, minus the citrus and something else that pets can't have, and they put a Petlife label on there. So it's still used for humans, okay? Humans do use the Petlife. You heard people talking about they would put it in their eyes. But anyway, back on the pets. Use the Petlife and the Rejuvenate Gel. This is what those that have pets are using to help their pets build their mitochondria up and get relief from that. Again, if somebody else referred you, do the correct thing. Get back with the person that referred you. Do not go to the company's website like you heard Dale saying, when he gave the company's the website out. You go to, like you heard Mr. Hill, the CEO. You heard him when he said, after Dale said that, you heard him when he said, you get back with the person that referred you, you get their website, you go to their website, and you create your free website, your free customer website from that. He designed the company. He's the CEO. So he's telling you what to actually do. Get back with the person that referred you. If I'm the person that referred you, or if you found out about the information from coming to the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, then you want to go to MoreMito.com/S Alford, MoreMito.com/SALFORD. I'll also have it in the description. Actually, the link that will be in the description will be a quicker link, which will take you straight to the referring customer page, and you just put your information in there. But if you have any questions, text 817-320-2571. Even if you're not connected to me and you have questions, feel free to ask. I have tons of people that do that. We're here to help everybody, so it doesn't make a difference really who you're contacted to if you just want to get information. But we're here to help everybody. You heard them talking about people that if they don't have the money or think that they cannot afford the product. Mr. Hill has a program built in that's not an issue, because if you go out and tell people, just like that lady was saying that she financially she didn't have the money, but she told y'all you heard her with your own ears, right? She told y'all, it works for me, you need to go and get it and everything. So just like she told y'all, she needs to tell her friends and people, and other people, so that they can connect with her, they can purchase it, and then she'll get the MoreMito bucks, right? And the MoreMito bucks, as when you're a referring customer, the MoreMito bucks you use to get free product. So she just showed that she could share the information, so she just needs to go share the information so she can get the MoreMito bucks and she can get her product for free. It's an awesome thing to be able to get it for free. Guys, I want to also mention, you heard Reggie's wife saying that if it had not been for the MoreMito products, that her husband probably would have been gone. That was awesome to hear. He chose to take the initiative to get his mitochondria strong so that his body can fix itself, right? He got his mitochondria strong. So she said he was dealing with neuropathy, diabetes. Man, I hear so many people are dealing with diabetes and neuropathy and in so much pain. You heard several people say that, right? You want to get the products. Get your mitochondria built up so your body can fix itself. Your body knows how to fix itself. God designed our bodies where it knows how to fix itself when we put the right things in it, right? So feed it the right foods. This is considered a food. Build that mitochondria up so that your body can fix itself. You also heard, I think her name was Marvette, which was Reggie's wife, saying that she actually had weight loss. She said she lost, I think I wrote down 53 pounds. So by building her mitochondria up. You heard other people, mention weight loss. You have a variety of things because, nobody, well, I'm not going to say nobody has the same thing, but, most people have like different things going on in their body. So the key is to build your mitochondria up. Understand, we don't do conditions. You hear all these people say, well, does it help this? Does it help that? And that's why you hear Mr. Hill saying, and you'll hear me saying, if you listen to any of the, where I'm explaining that part, we don't do conditions. We do mitochondria. We teach you how to build your mitochondria up by using the products, right? The natural products. You're going to feed this because this is a food. By feeding your body the natural products. If you're the people, you hear me? You use this. If you're pets, then you're going to build the pet's mitochondria up. And once you do that, then your body knows how to fix itself. So you hear people saying that they were taking it for one thing, and then all of a sudden they notice, this was corrected, or, this got better and all that. It happens. I can tell you, I have so many testimonials. Some of my testimonials are on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. Go on the playlist. But not all of them. I have so many. I still, need to actually go and, share even more, right? And then I constantly have results. I mean, it's just awesome. This is what took me off of so many different medications. This right here, I'm finna share with y'all. This is just a few of the medications that I was on. I just pulled a few of them out, right? Doctors had me on so many medications. And you heard some people saying that, the doctors didn't know, they've given up, said there was nothing else they can do and all that. I've heard those. The doctors have told me that. They've told me, that they couldn't figure out what was going on with my allergies, right? It was going to an allergist. He couldn't figure it out. So, it must be something in your blood. So I'm going to refer you to a dermatologist. He just didn't know what was going on. So he started telling me he didn't know what was going on, per se, that he couldn't figure it out. He's going to refer me to the dermatologist. Dermatologist couldn't figure it out either. His suggestion was to do what? Prescribe me enough pills that, because I broke out several times a day, that I could take a pill anytime that I broke out. That's just trying to put a Band-Aid on it. That's not, because he couldn't figure it out, right? That's not what I wanted to know. I wanted to know what was causing them, right? What was causing me to break out multiple times a day? You know, with being, how can I say it? With having these very uncomfortable allergies. You heard somebody else talking about the allergies. You heard the guy saying how his son had the allergies so bad, had asthma and allergies so bad that it was, you know, would have him in bed, have him missing school a whole lot and everything. I've experienced that with my son. You know, he missed a lot of school because of his asthma, not being able to breathe, you know, just being, you know, being in pain from not being able to breathe and stuff, right? Get your family, get yourself on the product so that you can build your mitochondria up so that you don't have to experience that. I thank God that somebody, you know, was able to share it with me. Now, you heard somebody else say they prayed about it, right? Well, I did the same thing. When I went to the neurologist, and the neurologist told me that 2 of the medications that the doctors had me on for migraines, I had several things going on in my body, right? But 2 of the medications that they had me on for migraines, I was on several migraine medications. But 2 of them was taking my migraine away, giving it back to me immediately, and causing depression. I had shared with the neurologist that for some reason I couldn't multitask the way I used to multitask. And I said, you know, that concerns me. And because of some of the side effects from some of these medications that they were putting me on, right, were causing me to be depressed. I didn't even know that I was depressed. So I was like, all these years I've been depressed? And she was like, yes. And she said, because you've been on so many medications, you have to go, your body's used to that, so you have to go through a detox. And I was just like, I have to go through a detox? So the first thing that popped in my mind was watching a movie with Jamie Foxx when he played Ray Charles, right? So I said, I have to go through a detox like Ray Charles did? And she just kind of snickered, right? And she said, yes. And we put people in the hospital, which I told her I was a single parent at the time. I didn't have anybody else to get my daughter to school. And so I didn't go into the hospital, but thank God. See, there's an awesome God that we serve. God allowed me to be able to go through it. And my symptoms that I went through and what I had to go through the detox happened like over the night, over the morning, where, you know, everybody was asleep. So they didn't see me when I was having those, you know, I was just crying and couldn't stop myself, right? And then finally it would stop. So, you know, that was one of the things, headaches and, you know, a couple other things. So my things, you know, what I had to go through for that detox wasn't as bad as some people, but I thank God that God allowed me to be able to go through that and not have to be in the hospital, because I honestly didn't know how I would get my daughter to school at that time. But I mean, I just shared with you, you know, just a few things that I've gone through. You heard several things that other people have gone through. If you did not get on here at the beginning, go back and listen to it so you can hear what, you know, several people had gone through, had helped them. If you have concerns, you can comment below. You can text me at 817-320-2571 your questions, or if we need to set up a time to speak, you do that via text and we can schedule a time that works for you and I. So again, we want you to get on the products. They're all natural. It doesn't make a difference what you're going through. You heard people talking about diabetes, right? Well, you know, the most mitochondria is in your eye area. And when that is not strong, then other things in your body break down, right? So, you know, I hear about a lot of people that are diabetic, right? Well, they're diabetic, and then some of them have to have shots in their eyes and different stuff like that. We had one guy, he shared how getting the shots in the eye, tear the eye and all that, right? He no longer has to have shots in his eyes because he did what? He took the time to build his mitochondria up by getting on the products. And then his body start fixing itself, right? So it doesn't make a difference what you have. Your conditions does not make a difference. Whether it's HIV, you heard the lady talking about, you know, her HIV, and we thank her for being brave enough to share her information on what she experienced with the HIV and how, you know, her T cell counts got up to over 1,000. You know, the doctors didn't believe that she had been HIV and all of that, right? So again, we have had so many success stories where people are building their mitochondria up, and we have so many more coming, and hopefully you will be the next one. So either get back with the person that referred you, or if you referred by myself or from coming to the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, then you want to go to moremito.com/S Alford, MoreMito.com/SALFORD. Mito is short for mitochondria. So it'll also be in the description. Details will be in the description. So if you don't remember what I said, if you didn't write it down, go to the description and you can get the information there. And if you have not subscribed and liked, go ahead and subscribe and like so that YouTube can put this in front of more people. But the main thing we also want you to do, share it with other people, because again, what did we say? Everybody has mitochondria. So that means everybody you know needs to do what? They need to be on the products, because they don't have 100% mitochondria. So everybody can use getting their mitochondria stronger, right? The stronger you are, the healthier you can be, or healthier you are, the wealthier you can be, all right? So even safe for kids, okay? My grandkids have all used it. Pets have mitochondria again as well, remember? So this is what you want to get the pets. So, but again, if you have questions, put your comments below and we'll get your comments answered, or you can text me and we'll get your comments answered. So we look forward to hearing your testimony. We look forward to, assisting you, getting on the products, getting your orders done, whatever it is we need to do, because we're serious about helping you getting your mitochondria strong. And we want to thank you for joining the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. And we hope that you have a wonderful, healthy day.